NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal provided an unexpected perspective on the Udoka scandal in the recent episode of The Big Podcast. The Celtics coach received a one-year suspension from his position as head coach and faced the real possibility of being fired altogether after being found having an affair with another member of the team's staff. O'Neal expressed sympathy for Udoka rather than condemnation or harsh words, and used the occasion to be honest about his own history of adultery. Keep watching this video to learn more about how Shaquille O'Neal admits to being a serial cheater. Shaquille O'Neal admitting to being a serial cheater. O'Neal was questioned about Adam Levine's direct message to models and Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka when the subject was raised. O'Neal declared that because Udoka had cheated on his ex-wife, Shani Henderson, he wouldn't be critical of him. O'Neal admitted to being a habitual cheater, saying that to claim otherwise would be absurd and blasphemous. O'Neal mentioned that he knew both men personally and understood their struggles because he experienced a similar situation when he cheated. He continued that he was not the best at it and was not really proud. O'Neal suffered the consequences of losing his family and a significant amount of his children's formative years. After having a son named Sharif and a daughter named Amira, O'Neal and Shani got married in 2002. Shakir, a second son, and Miara, a second daughter, were their subsequent two children. In addition, O'Neal has a daughter named Tahira from another previous union, and Shani also has a son named Miles, who adopted O'Neal's last name. After a brief reconciliation after their breakup in 2007, O'Neal and Shani filed for divorce in 2009. O'Neal loved raising kids. In his podcast, O'Neal stated that coming home to his children was the happiest moment of his life. He had 6 kids, and each of them yelled out to him as soon as he arrived home, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy!" He continued by saying that in front of his children, who eagerly awaited him after his games, money, cars, and championships were irrelevant. O'Neal was all the way down after divorcing Shani. O'Neal remembered how much pain being abandoned caused him. He lived by himself in an enormous 70,000 square foot home in Orlando. He had initially constructed the home with a gym, game room, pool house, and guest house for the mother for the benefit of the children, but he lost everything by being stupid, and it killed him. In April, that he wasn't protecting those vows. O'Neal previously alluded to having extramarital affairs. O'Neal described Shani as awesome, and said that he was bad. He acknowledged that he was to blame for everything and made an effort to look out for his wife and his marriage vows. O'Neal tried to lead a double life and became completely involved. After the divorce, O'Neal claimed he recovered by accepting the fact that even if he couldn't be a husband, he still needed to be a father to his children. He saw himself as a father, and a father's role is to protect, provide for, and love his children. O'Neal's past relationships. Given his enormous size and ability to stand out in any crowd, Shaq could have easily relied solely on his track record of athletic achievement. Shaq's enormous personality, on the other hand, is a significant factor in why he didn't get along with many NBA players during his career. On the plus side, Shaq's outsized personality is what keeps so many of his fans around long after he retired from basketball. Even though Shaquille O'Neal has spent his entire adult life in the spotlight, fewer people are interested in his personal life than many other celebrities. In light of this, we begin to wonder about the women in Shaq's life throughout the years. Shaquille O'Neal has been romantically involved with many different women over the years, in addition to his long-term wife. Shaq, for instance, went to the NBA draft in 1992 with Arnetta Yarborough, his then-girlfriend. Yarborough gave birth to Shaq's first child during their alleged relationship, which lasted from 1992 to 1996. The first woman Shaq was linked to after his marriage ended had a personality that might have been even bigger than his own. Nicole Hoops Alexander, who had previously appeared in the VH1 reality series Flavor of Love, dated Shaq from 2010 to 2012. Shaq was linked to the author Karine Steffens and model Letitia Roll after their relationship ended. Shaq was once said to be dating reality star Laura Govan, but the two have both denied those reports. In 2010, emails and messages that Shaq exchanged with Dominica Westling were made public, and there were rumors they had an illicit relationship. Shaquille O'Neal and Chicago Fire actor Annie Alonze were recently discovered to be a couple after they were spotted holding hands while strolling through New York City. The two were frequently seen together in photographs, and the paparazzi even took pictures of them while they were on vacation in Spain. It seems like Shaq and Annie were far from a fling, given that traveling together is a significant step in any relationship, but there's no way to know for sure if they're still together. Now O'Neal seems to get along well with his kids, especially his sons. Sharif currently plays in the G League after spending some time with the Los Angeles Lakers Summer League squad. The Texas Southern University basketball team features Shaquille. O'Neal said in an interview with For the Win that he gives his sons advice on how to get into the NBA and the value of forging their own path.